Alright, we're good. So, hello, WXSU, LP Salisbury, and elsewhere. The whole John that David says every time. David is not here today, because I believe he is sick. I don't know. Well, last I heard from him a couple days ago is that he was sick, and he is very much not here, so I'm going to assume that he is very sick or unwell. So you're stuck with me today, and I guess I'm just going to talk about game stuff I like. We'll see how it's going to go, because there's not another person, so I hope it's not just going to be me rambling, but I have a pretty extensive game knowledge, so, you know, I'm sure I'll find something cool to talk about. Cue up a few songs here. But, yeah, so, I guess I've been playing some Metroid Dread. I mean, that's, you know, it's fine. It's fun when I know where to go. But when I don't know where to go, I get a little frustrated, but it is a pretty cool game, and I do enjoy playing it. I'm starting to get some upgrades, you know, starting to get all of Samus's moves. So that's how you know that I'm getting real good, because you know I think we got the triple shot right now, and the morph ball, that's the classic, and yeah, I've reached out to a couple friends, so hopefully I'll be able to get a couple guests on to fill the time. But yeah, I'm here. We're still in it, so that is all good. I guess what else I've been doing is... Oh, here's what I want to talk about, first of all. Call of Duty Zombies. Probably the most creative thing that Call of Duty has done ever. I mean, we started out with World at War, and it was just, you know, the developers messing around. At the end of the campaign, like, let's add it in as a bonus, and people really responded to it. And then, you know, they made the DLCs, and then Darius, they introduced, you know, well, first they made, like, Shino Numa, and then they made Verrucht and introduced the perks, which was a big step, and then they made Darius, introduced another perk, and introduced the Pack-a-Punch, and then from there, you know, I mean, everyone's played, you know, Black Ops 1, Keynote or Toten. I mean, it's iconic, the amount of, you know, everyone knows instantly, like, you think zombies, they think, oh, man, like, that's the map. Like, if you played it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And, you know, it's great. And then Black Ops 1, they even expanded on it more, adding Ascension, added some cool perks, although I wasn't a fan of the monkeys gimmick. You know, and then Black Ops 2, I mean, we saw, you know, some of people's favorite maps, like Mob of the Dead, and, you know, Origins. And then in Black Ops 3, we got a lot of those, pretty much all the maps from Black Ops 1, besides a couple, and all the maps from World at War, completely remastered with Black Ops 3 guns and mechanics, and I think that was the peak. I mean, I had all the DLC for that. That stuff was so cool. But now I feel like, you know, it's just a lot of low effort. I thought Infinite Warfare was decent. They had that cool amusement park map and then the island map, and I didn't really play much after that, but Infinite Warfare added some cool, unique stuff. And then after that, I haven't really been keeping up to them, but I don't know. If you know me, you know how I feel about Call of Duty and those type of low-effort games. I think it's quite a shame, considering all the good stuff that's out there. You know, indie developers busting their butt, working hard on stuff, and then, you know, you get these low-effort atrocities released every year just for a quick buck, and I just don't know about it. I'm not a big fan. What else? I've been still playing stuff on PC. I finished the Halo 1 campaign for the second time on co-op with my friend, and that was frustrating at the end. For the last level, I just could not get those grenades jammed into that little tiny vent. It was just not going well for me. I tried Halo Infinite a little bit. I honestly just entered a solo game and was just running around testing out the mechanics. You know, I haven't really played Halo. Like I said, after Reach, to me, I really thought I saw a decline in quality. Halo 4's campaign was alright, but I didn't really play the multiplayer like that. I've really only played Halo 5 once. It was actually kind of fun what I played, but it just seems more like COD to me at this point. And it's like, I don't know, like the grapple hook, it's cool. I don't know why we decided that Master Chief needed a grapple hook, but he does now, apparently. And I don't know, I just don't think that mechanic is the best for Halo. It doesn't really feel like Halo, but I'm sure David will have more to say about Halo Infinite after break, because he has been playing it a lot more than me, and I've really only just booted it up to mess around with it and see what it was about. But I think, you know, these free-to-play multiplayer games, you almost really do see a decline in quality. Because, you know, like Halo Infinite, like when you pay for Halo, like when you pay for Reach, you know, let's talk like Reach launch day when it first came out. It was $60, but you were getting a full firefight mode, which was awesome. A full campaign, which you could play with up to 4 players, I think, online, and that was the campaign was awesome. Multiplayer, and the custom games, and the Forge, which is insane, and the amount of hours I've spent playing that, and the custom map browser too. And it's, you know, you're not just paying for one thing here, you're paying for all of it, and it was just so much quality, like in all of it. And that's not even to mention the DLCs, which I had all the DLCs and all the maps and stuff, and those were cool too and totally worth it. Installation 04 is like my favorite firefight map, but you know, with the Halo Infinite, it's like, yeah, you're getting the free multiplayer, and you can pay $60 for the campaign and the Forge later on if you want, but I don't know, it still just seems that like, am I gonna pay $60 for the Forge? And, well, I mean, Forge is great, but am I gonna pay $60 for just the campaign? Probably not. David just texted me, and he is sick. So, David, feel better. Yeah. I'm responding. Alright, so yeah, that confirms that David will not be here, but that's alright, because I'm here, and we hope David feels better. But, yeah, you know, I just think that this moving towards the free-to-play multiplayer is cool, but at the same time, I think you definitely see a dip in quality. And I don't know, like Halo Reach, like $60 for all that content. Like today, you get games, you know, developers like EA, who were when Star Wars Battlefront 1 remake came out, they released it, and you had like 5 or 6 playable multiplayer maps and like no campaign, and it would just feel like the magic from the original Star Wars Battlefront games was just not there. And I just think it's a shame, because, you know, it's like, I sound a big fan of Donkey, but, you know, to quote him, it's like these developers are seeing what they can get away with by putting in the least amount of effort Like, see how much they can get people to pay with putting in the absolute minimum effort that's possible. And I think it's really a shame. Like you said, for the newest, like, Far Cry game, you know, it's like Giancarlo Esposito. They have him promoting the game and all over it, and he says he's barely even in it. And it's like, you know, like, they're really just trying to sell it because of his face on it. And, like, I love him. I'm a huge Breaking Bad fan. I'm a huge The Boys fan, but it's just not enough for me, seeing his face on the cover, for me to spend $60 on, you know, a game that's the same as Far Cry 4, I think. The one I played with the guy in the pink suit and white hair was the main villain. I don't know if that was 4 or 5, but that was the last one that I played, then the only one I played, and I enjoyed that one. But, you know, if it's just more of the same, it's like, why bother spending the $60 when I can just play the one I already own? And yeah, that's what I have on that. But I guess we'll go into what else could I talk about? I guess we will talk about Wii party games more, because we talked about it a little bit last week. But yeah, me and my roommates have all been playing Mario Party. That's fun. Very high stakes. I've been getting screwed over a lot recently when I've been playing, and you know, it gets pretty heated, especially when my friend John's involved. You know, he wins like every video game ever, so you gotta watch out for him. And that can be frustrating. You know, out of all we've just been playing 4, 5, 6, and 7, and like toggling through boards we haven't played. And there are some cool boards, like the treetop board and the undersea board. We were playing that one the other night. That's fun. But then there's boards where I just like hate, where it's like, it was something with like DK and like this boat. I think it was in 5, and I was just like, ugh, I do not like this. Yeah, that was no good. But like Super Sluggers, my problem with Super Sluggers is that I want to use a non-motion controller, so it makes you have to manually control the fielders. And like these fielders just seem so brain dead sometimes. And I'm just like, what is going on? Like it's hard. So if you play it automatically, like when they hit the ball, the fielders are already running towards it without even, and like when you can't even see it on the camera. The problem is after someone slams the ball, it's like I can't even see where the camera is. So how am I going to move my characters accordingly to where the ball is, like, without seeing them? Like, I think they should go towards it automatically, and then maybe once they're in the frame, I can control them. I have to control them myself, but like, it's just weird to me that it feels like I'm playing at a disadvantage because I don't want to use motion controls. Like, you know, I don't know. It was a big gimmick for the Wii. I get it. I'm glad during the Switch they've moved away from that, and a lot of games support just using the Pro Controller, because that's my preferred way to play. But I don't know. That was odd. I am going to take a break and see if I can get in contact with a guest. So I'll put up the music, and I'll be back in a moment. and my friend Ed has come on to talk with us about some games, which is great. So, here we are, my friend Ed.
Hey y'all, how you doing?
So Ed, you want to talk about how you think game quality has dipped lately and focusing on the visuals and not the actual gameplay, which, I agree. It's kind of something I just touched on when I was recently talking about how, I think, a lot of these companies, and the example I used, I remember we were both disappointed when this came out, was the Star Wars Battlefront remake on launch day costing $60, and it had like 5 or 6 playable maps, and we were like, well, what is this,
Yeah, the map quality has gone down. The quality of the graphics is phenomenal. I will say they've done a phenomenal job with graphics. But playable content has just went downhill significantly.
Right.
You look at old Star Wars Battlefront 2, you had several maps, like dozens, many.
Yeah.
You had space modes for the maps and all that other stuff. You had Galactic Conquest.
That was awesome.
All that fun stuff. Oh, I love Galactic Conquest. I still do. I play it occasionally. But you look at what EA put out, you get a little bit of multiplayer and then, like, a campaign that isn't complete unless you buy DLC.
Yeah, and
it's insane.
It definitely is. And, I like DLC because I was, when they add actual content, because I was talking about, when Halo Reach came out on launch day, back in the day when it originally came out for the Xbox 360, you had the Forge mode. It's a little bit of interference there. The campaign and firefight and all this stuff. Do you want to call me on the Discord? That might be clear.
You want to play for Discord?
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright, yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright. A little bit of interference. Hopefully Discord will be a little clear since we have the Wi-Fi connection on there. I think we should be alright after that, though. Hello?
Hey, can you hear me better?
Yeah, it's still a little bit of interference, but I think we'll be alright.
Yeah, I'm like in Costco right now, so.
Oh, you're all good. Huh, that's funny. But, yeah, like, back in the day.
Are we still live?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, okay.
Back in the day, a game came out, like, we're talking about the original Call of Duty Black Ops. It had the multiplayer mode, it had the campaign mode, and then the zombies mode. And then, when you got the DLC, it was a bit pricey. It was like $40, $50 for the season pass, but it still added a lot of content. Where it's like, it was nice to have the DLC, but it didn't feel like they left the game unfinished just so they could sell it, Like, it felt like they were truly making this extra content that was good.
We actually got something for our money.
Yeah. And now it's like they're releasing an unfinished game.
Yeah. I will say Rockstar's been pretty good when it comes to DLC.
That's very true.
All their stuff free.
Yeah.
Like, I'm skeptical of companies that do DLC. EA being the biggest example. They're absolutely atrocious when it comes to DLC. I think, who was it that touched on Sims, like a tree being $5 to get a certain type of tree added to the game? You had to pay $5.
For what game?
Sims.
Sims
4.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I never play. I'm not that familiar with those games, but
Somebody was telling me about that. That like, it's just one of the examples of EA. Like, they just take and keep taking, and they don't give anything.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It is very unfortunate, but if you do look, there are. I think we're losing him a little bit. But if you do look, I said there are great games out there that you can still, that people are still pouring their heart and soul into, Cuphead's a game I've touched on for a little bit. We have the soundtrack in here, It's a $20 game, and every single frame is drawn by a hand. And it's like, I don't mind paying. It was a short game, but I don't mind paying $20 for, someone's poured their heart and soul into. And the DLC was supposed to come out 2 years ago, and it's still not out. And it got delayed multiple years, just like the game. And, I'm fine with waiting. Are you back?
Yeah, it's Costco, so I'm cutting in and out.
Yeah, I gotcha. But I was just saying, these indie devs have good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you and I were talking about Apotheon earlier.
Oh, yeah, that game's great.
I mean, oh my god, I didn't give it a shot until like an hour in. I was like, okay, this is actually pretty cool.
One of the many games that I've discovered through PS Plus.
That's originally when like they were saying, oh, you got to pay for your
Online.
You got to pay for your web service online. I'm like, well, that's not very cool. Like, why would you do that to us? But they did give us some free games, so like
it did. It really was worth it.
It kind of evens it out.
The amount of games I've played from that is insane. Like some of my favorite games I've discovered from that.
Oh yeah.
Like Binding of Isaac.
Yeah, Binding of Isaac. They did. What was the other one? There was a big one.
Metal Gear Solid 5. That was a big one that I really fell in love with.
True. Oh, they did. God, what's it called?
Have you ever played Steamworld Dig?
It's the one game with the grappling hook, kind of like GTA.
Ooh, Just Cause 3. We all were playing that game. That game was really fun.
That game is. They released Just Cause 4, right?
Yeah, I it's funny, on Steam the other day, I was looking at sales, and Just Cause 3 was like $4 or $5 on Steam.
Oh, dude. I would have bought it.
I'm sure. It goes on sale all the time.
Yeah. Well, Steam's got their sale on the 24th, I believe.
And, the first Injustice game went on sale went on PS Plus.
Yeah, that's true, too.
And the second one I did pay for, but we both loved Injustice. We both loved Injustice.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I love Dr. Fate and Blue Beetle.
And I started the comic yesterday, actually.
I know, you were sharing that with me.
I started it, and I was like, all right, I'm only going to read the first, 10 pages. And I was hooked. The next thing I knew, I'd read, 50 or 60 pages, and it was, 2:30 in the morning. I was like, all right, I got to go to bed.
That whole comic gave me a brand new appreciation for Plastic Man as a character.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him.
There's a really good argument that he is the strongest person in the DC.
I think they really, I don't know. They really jump into it really quick. Right away, Superman's just all right. But I think, Batman should have been there to, support him and be like, hey, you're going through a lot. Let's think about this.
Yeah. I mean, you sent me that one scene a while ago where he apologized to...
I think, yeah. Because as soon as he did it, he was like, oh, you killed a man. I'm like, dude, the Joker just killed, 13 million people. How are you, if he didn't do it, someone was saying, the U.S. government would probably have him executed anyway.
Executed. But I think Batman's argument would have been, at least he had his day in court. If that's what the jury decided to do to execute the Joker.
Yeah.
That's what they would do.
And, when Superman
kind of just jumped the whole system.
And then just starts messing around with... He starts messing around with foreign affairs and stuff, and it's like, whoa.
Well, the movie got into that.
Yeah, also, I plan on checking that out this week when I come home.
Oh, you're going to watch the movie again?
I've never seen the movie.
Oh, you haven't?
Me and Alec were actually planning on watching it, and we plan to wait till I was back. So if you would like to join us, definitely.
Yeah, I will watch that again. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it's an Injustice movie. I have to.
I mean, the thing is...
I'm dedicated to the comic itself.
The thing is the comics have so... I mean, I was looking through it because I said I'm gonna load those onto your computer when I come back. But, there's it's 5,000-6,000 pages, from the Injustice Year 1 to Injustice, the end of the Injustice 2 comics, not to mention, you kind of got to watch all the cutscenes from the games in between to get the full story. Yeah. So, it's a whole story, and squeezing down, I think, because that only goes up to, what is it, years 1 through 5 in the movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, squeezing that into an hour and a half is really hard. That's why I think they should have done Injustice Part 1 and did years, 1 through 3, or, 1 through 2.5, and then done Injustice Part 2. and did the second half.
Well, you know what my opinion on the whole thing is. I would have loved to have seen them make it like a JLU style.
Like a series.
Whole thing, yeah.
But I still think a 2 or 3 part movie.
I think they would get more money from that than anything because I don't know about this, but did they shut down their streaming service? I think they were trying to do their own like DC streaming service.
They did because it's all on HBO Max now.
See, I think that that's a cool idea to have like your little comic thing, but you just don't have the content to do it.
Yeah, and like I've been watching all the DC stuff.
You pay $5.99 for the month, and then you just binge the entire thing, and you're done.
Yeah.
That's it.
With HBO Max, at least you get the Adult Swim and the Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what we could talk about? Did you see that
Brothers? I know.
Well, not that, but do you see the Multiverses game?
The Multiverses? No, I haven't.
It's a Warner Brothers fighting game.
Really?
And it has Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Bugs Bunny, Tom and Jerry,
Okay, all right.
Finn and Jake, Steven Universe, Arya Stark from Game of Thrones, and, wait for it, the kicker, Ultra Instinct Shaggy.
Are you kidding me?
Dude, I am 100% so serious. Like from the meme.
Is this in response to like Nickelodeon's game where they
I
have
guess.
SpongeBob and Patrick fighting?
But it's cool because it's gonna be free to play.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah, and the only thing it won't be on is Switch, but it's gonna be on Steam, PS4, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. So yeah, we could check that out when it comes out.
I am going to demolish you as Finn and Jake.
I think each one you play as them separately.
Oh, is it? Oh, I was thinking like an Ice Climbers thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's like that.
All right. Ooh, tough pick between the two of them.
I know, but that's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, oh God, yeah. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, I'm excited, and Harley Quinn's in it.
Harley, really?
Mm-hmm. I think they should have focused on. I mean, and they're gonna be adding more characters too.
Yeah, I would have. If I was doing that, I would have gone like.
But I mean,
if you're adding that many different series, that's gonna be a lot of characters.
I mean, I assume Rick and Morty are gonna be in it. I'd be so surprised. I mean, technically, the Venture Bros characters have an opportunity to be into it, but I don't think that's not gonna happen.
Joins the fray.
Oh, if Brock Sampson's in it, I would be maining Brock.
You know who I'm maining? Yeah.
But I don't think we're gonna end up seeing that, unfortunately.
No.
I think we can expect like Harry Potter. I think we can expect
Harry Potter.
Yeah, he's Warner Brothers. I think we can expect
they'll probably throw him in.
maybe a couple more Cartoon Network characters, maybe an Adult Swim character or two. But I think it's gonna be really, regardless, I'm definitely gonna try it out.
Yeah. I'm in the Costco right now, and I have to say this is like the first time I've seen actual Nintendo Switches in stock.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have a bunch here for sale. Like, at least they probably had at least 30 of the voucher cards, like the cardboard cutouts you take up in the front.
Yeah.
They had about 30 of them right there. I remember I spent like 6 months trying to get a Nintendo Switch.
Oh, I remember. My girlfriend had trouble finding them too. Haley, her dad found it at a pawn shop.
Oh.
Who found one?
I didn't even think to go through there.
But, like, the only reason is because, like, he knew the guy. And he was like, yo, like, if you see one of these, like, put it aside for me. And he found one and, like, put it to the side for him.
That's awesome.
But, yeah, and, just to go back to what we were talking about with the DLCs and stuff, the mods on PC add a whole nother level, which we are both just getting into, really.
I'm very thankful for you convincing me to make the switch to PC.
Oh, it's going to be even better when I come by later in the week and load it up with some goodies.
Yeah, the ROMs and all that fun stuff.
But, yeah, I really barely was using my PC for gaming until recently because I was only using it for the coding. But now I kind of underestimated how powerful it really was and how much stuff I could still use it for. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing some mods. A GTA Definitive. What's you say?
I said I gotta show you all the Stardew mods.
Oh
Because I know
yeah,
you're a huge fan of Stardew Valley yourself.
yeah. Me and Haley were thinking about next time it goes on sale, both picking it up on Steam and doing some of the mods, and we could all do the mods.
Yeah. No. I started Stardew Valley and I haven't even finished the vanilla because it's on my Switch, and now I've moved to PC. I've been just having such a good time with the mods.
Yeah.
Adding crops. I mean, like the farm's expanded. It's like the Grandpa's Farm mod.
Yeah, that stuff looks
That's
crazy.
the one I know, but like they had like new crops, everything. You can get like tractors too. But like, there's at least in the one I'm doing, there's like 10 or 12 new characters.
Yeah.
So you get like a lot more people to interact with too.
Yeah, I saw that. It looks crazy. What's it called? Stardew Valley Expanded?
I think it's Stardew Valley Expanded. Don't quote me on that. I know the one mod that they throw in there is called Grandpa's Farm because that's like the expanded farm.
Yeah, because it's a lot of...
They add stuff like shortcuts. What's the other thing? I'm not sure. One of the mods may be like an elevator in the Skull King.
Okay.
But I don't think I have that loaded because I kind of like the challenge of it. So, I don't think you've gotten to the Skull Cave yet, have you?
No, I think I have that. All right, wait, not the one in the desert, the one near the quarry.
No, the one in the desert.
Okay.
Yeah, that's its own nightmare, but I mean, I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, so we're not even like come close to the the amount of content in vanilla.
Year 1 or 2?
2, we have phases where we go in and out of playing it.
Yeah.
And we just haven't really been playing it for... Shoot, I lost my phone. I dropped my phone. We haven't really been playing it for a while. But, yeah, it's a great game. I mean, it's very different. It's, like, really cool. Like, I don't know. Like, I knew that Haley was going to like it as soon as I started playing it. Because I was like, oh, like, she loves The Sims. Like, this is perfect.
Yeah, then she might know about the Tree DLC then.
She played Sims 3 a lot.
Okay. I think it was 4.
It might have been. That was clipping, but it's alright. But, yeah, what else have you been playing besides Destiny 2? I'm not even playing that.
I have been playing Destiny 2, and I do like that. I'm going to try and get you into it, but I know you're not a huge MMO guy.
The thing is, I just don't have, like... Yeah, I don't know. I just won't consistently play it and level up.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
I mean, yeah, and I get that. But, like, if you want base game...
It's another one of those things where,
It's kind of good.
At first when it launched, people were disappointed. And then they made it right, and they made the base game free. And they have tons of DLCs, which I have heard add a lot to the game. But, man, I remember when Destiny 1 came out, I was really disappointed.
Yeah. I had Destiny 1. I bought it, I think, at launch day, I want to say. And I played it for a little bit, and then I dropped it. It's a game you have to play with friends. It's kind of like Sea of Thieves in that way.
Yeah.
You have to get a crew of people together to go through it. Because if you're playing alone, you're just never going to enjoy it as much.
And the pre-order bonus was abysmal. It was like early access to the Vanguard armor. The Vanguard armor you couldn't even unlock until like level 20 or 25. And this got you access to it day 1. And it's like, how am I supposed to level up 25 levels in one day? Like, and then like the next day it's just available to everyone. It's like, what even is the point of making it a pre-order bonus? Like, that's just fake.
It is bad, yeah.
Like, that was just like a pure scheme. But, Yeah,
Yeah.
I have heard other people say good things about the second game, but I've not gotten into it.
Yeah, I could like go into the story. I know you're not really going to care that much about that, but like you and I have been doing the Halo multiplayer, not the multiplayer, the campaign.
I'm excited to start the second one when we get the
I
chance.
know you and I just finished the first one.
Yeah, I was
That
talking
was
about that earlier. That was,
the ending was such a
I'm
nightmare.
not gonna lie, there are a decent amount of parts of that game that were kind of a nightmare, but because the Halo 2 anniversary, this was remastered in 2014, it does look really good, and they really do add a lot. There's like more mission. I think it's like 14 missions instead of 10. They add it so you can play as the Arbiter, which is cool. You get to play as the alien, and they add in
Oh,
dual wielding and a lot of new like vehicles and weapons, and it really is cool. And then Halo 3 campaign is awesome. So it really does only get better. And Halo 3 ODST is another really cool one.
okay. I'm not. You were an Xbox person. I've never been. I was PlayStation 2, then a Wii, and then PlayStation 4. So I never really got that much.
I
I played.
had a lot of
A lot of
consoles.
people don't even know this, but you could get Call of Duty Black Ops on the Wii.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah, you get to play that with the
The
the Wii
nunchuck.
controller and nunchuck. That was a nightmare.
Oh yeah, it's
It was interesting.
Oh, I bet it was. It just that is
Yeah.
interesting. I
Oh yeah.
mean, yeah, that wow.
Enough spoken. Uh, I'll tell you, I do want to get back into Sea of Thieves. They had an
Yeah.
update recently, and they added a couple of things, couple of new things, like underwater caves you could explore.
Oh, that is cool.
But I don't have a group, so I'm kind of like doing it alone. So I stopped, and I got to get back into it because it looks really cool. I just don't have anybody to run it with.
You know,
And if you're not running with anybody who
it's
dies
lame.
underwater, somebody just comes up and sinks your whole ship.
Speaking of new cool updates that are coming out, and I
Oh
remember
yeah.
because I know this was supposed to come out a while ago, and then I got split into new parts. I don't know if it got delayed even further, but uh, hold up, got a little interference there. The Minecraft Caves and Cliffs update looks really good.
Oh, I actually did a little bit of that.
Oh, did you get the beta or is it out?
Caves and Cliffs is out.
I'm talking about not the first part with the mobs, but the second part that like completely changes how the map is generated.
Oh, they did a two-part update?
So you know how like the map height right now is I don't know what like 256.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's doubling that. So you can have really deep caverns and also extremely tall mountains.
Wow.
So like they were just talking about how this is a ton of work because it's completely changing the way that worlds are generated,
Yeah.
and which is insane because I mean
How's it going to change existing worlds?
I have no idea. They probably just I just have no idea. They'll probably just make them. They're probably just gonna make them taller. Honestly, they'll probably just
Yeah.
change the map, change the ceiling on existing worlds, and then for new worlds they'll be generated in the new way, with the extremely deep caverns and the new mountains.
I always wondered that because, like, I do a single player and I end up deleting it, like, maybe a couple months in because I just get bored and I used to have the Mac, so I wanted to save space on it.
Yeah,
So, like, I would just delete a world, like, a year in. I really
but
didn't
they
get to
barely
see how
even
much
took up
it
any
would
space
impact.
anyway.
Yeah, I know, but it was it wasn't the best of computers, so I had to make every little bit count.
But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to playing that. I'm sure we'll all play that once that comes out. We'll probably all get into it again. But
Yeah, I look forward to it.
yeah,
There's
it looks great.
I was playing on one server a while back, and they basically had it so you could create machines and stuff, and that was pretty cool. It was all vanilla, so you didn't have to download any mod packs or any of that.
I mean, talk about a game that they really do updates on. I bought Minecraft Java Edition way back when I was in 6th grade, and I remember they don't offer it anymore, but they also offered it so you could upgrade to the Bedrock for free and still own the Java edition. And, you know,
they did do that.
of course, I bought it on Switch and on PS4 and stuff, which is fine because the amount of content they put in. But I haven't paid for Minecraft on PC in like 10 years, 8 years.
I will say when that all was happening, I was kind of sweating bullets about what would happen to my account. Like, would they change it? Oh, you got to pay a monthly subscription now to keep it.
Yeah, and now it's like...
I was super worried about that.
It's just crazy, the amount of content. And, like, Java Edition still has a bunch of mod support with, like, especially now with, like, the Technic launcher and stuff like that. It makes it so much easier to do man, Minecraft is so great.
Yeah. They did go after it in other ways to make money. They made, like, running a server a little bit more difficult just to make themselves a little bit money. So, like, oh, you want to run a server? Here, go through Minecraft Realms.
What is nice for people that don't have the tech-savvy experience of setting up a server to just pay that.
Jason knows more about that than I do, but, like...
Oh, I'm sure I'd be able to set up a server now, no problem.
I'm not sure.
When I was younger, I couldn't figure it out, but I think now with my computer experience, I would be able to do it easily.
It was interesting. It was definitely interesting, but
And you know the Java edition's great, but the you know it's like it's so updated now. It's still fun to play without the mods, and you know when you got people that are on PS4 and which can finally now crossplay after Sony finally stopped being lame. You know we got people on Switch, we got people on PC, and it's really cool that you know everyone can just play together. It's really great.
Yeah.
Which we see a lot more games moving towards now.
Yeah. I'm hoping that more move towards, like, the Fortnite method of, like, oh, you want to play the game, you can play the game for free with all your friends. But if you want to look cool in the game, here's $20, you can buy yourself a nice skin and a couple other cosmetics.
No, Fortnite did it perfectly. We played Fortnite a lot when it was, like, big.
Oh,
like,
God.
we were all playing a lot.
I still remember talking about Andy, like, a couple of, like, a year ago, talking. And it was like, he brought it up. He's like, hey, you remember the last stand we made on that hill?
Knew exactly what he was talking about.
Down, like, we took down 3 or 4 teams alone. And it was just like, there's fun memories in a lot of games, but I have a decent bit with Fortnite.
Yeah,
I remember one time you and I logged in after all the updates, and we found an ATV and some balloons and just flew around the map.
Oh my gosh, I remember the golf cart update. Literally one of the first things I did, I put a sticky on it, ran it, jumped out of it, and blew it up. Like right next to some guy I got a kill, and I was like, that was so awesome.
Turned Fortnite into Battlefield.
Fortnite was really cool.
I think after the golf cart update, we all stopped playing.
I think it was a little bit after that.
It was a little bit after that, but like around the time of the golf cart update. Because we definitely messed around with the golf carts. But like, I don't remember the ATVs. I don't remember them adding the balloons. You and I just played it that one time, and they had all this new stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. I really did enjoy Fortnite for what it is. I mean, they are still adding stuff with it, but you know, it's one of those things where they keep making changes. What would be cool is if they added in so you could go back and play the previous seasons and maps. I just don't know what would entail setting that up.
That would be interesting to see. I know they have the private matches you can do, or like the world edit things you can do.
Oh yeah,
that's kind of interesting.
I did see that.
I could be butchering that. I just don't remember. It's been a long time since I've done it.
But yeah, you know, Fortnite was cool.
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of a whole new idea, launching a game completely for free like that.
Now everyone's all like...
Minus their little campaign they did, but everybody was playing it for the Battle Royale.
Now everyone's all over the Battle Royale genre. It's like everyone's doing it.
I mean, look at the system they set up. They set up the Battle Pass system. Call of Duty Mobile copies that. Clash Royale copies that. All these companies are trying to follow the Fortnite model, especially for mobile.
Yeah, I mean, I think that even the new Multiverses DC thing I was talking about is going to have a battle
It's
pass.
it's a way for the companies to get money without charging for their game,
And it's
which is kind of cool. But I mean, it could, it makes it pay to win in some cases. But like,
yeah. Hopefully,
at least
it'll just be
Fortnite,
cosmetic.
yeah. There was an argument way back. I remember the argument. They were saying one skin had like a little bit different of a hitbox. Therefore, Fortnite's pay to win. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
You know,
Most of the
you know if
skins,
the game's pay to win.
most of the skins make you stand out more.
Yeah.
They have a Batman Who Laughs skin in there.
Oh, do they really?
I think that Elseworld story is a bit ridiculous, but I'm not going to get into that.
I mean, I haven't really gotten into it, so
I just read about it. But
it's like the multiverse and there's evil Batman and stuff and all that, right?
it's like Joker-fied Batman, but he is just like too ridiculously OP, and he goes in and like solos everyone on the Watchtower, and I'm like, okay, Batman's OP and all, but there's no way he could just like. I literally saw in the comments, and it was funny because I thought of you when I read this. Someone was like, "Can someone just give me one explanation of how he killed Plastic Man? Because I would like to know."
Yeah. Because they haven't really gone into. In the one comic, they did have it like he got shattered by Frost, but like he still pieced himself back together.
Yeah.
Essentially, they've made it so he's practically immortal.
Batman's got that plot armor.
Yeah, I mean you can't really kill off. Actually, they did kill off Batman in a couple of comics, but like
In
you
DC,
can't really kill off Batman.
the zombies thing.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah, it's the zombies thing.
I put that. I want to read that too. I downloaded that.
That's good. I recommend that.
Did you read it?
I saw a little. I got all my comics and stuff through YouTube before they kind of cracked down on most of it. Like there used to be a whole thing on Injustice where you could watch every comic in order, and then the game's cutscenes and the important details.
Yeah, I like reading them.
Year 2 comic, not Year 2, Injustice 2 comics.
Yeah.
And then the Injustice 2 games. But they removed that for copyright, so.
And the comics are expensive. Like it's like $20 for a trade paperback you'll finish in like an hour or two.
Then you know who's killing the comic industry right now, right?
Who's what?
You know who's killing the comic industry right now, right?
Video games.
No, the Japanese with the manga.
Oh yeah. Well, manga's been around for a long time.
Yeah, but it's picking up speed.
I wanted to get a hold of the Legend of Zelda manga, but I think the only way is to buy the box set. But yeah, I enjoy comics and other nerd things. Me and David usually don't stray from talking about games, but I'm fine with it. I think we've, have some time to fill. I'm sure a lot of people who like video games like comics and superhero stuff too.
I think everybody who kind of listens to comics or video games, there's definite blend over.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you don't just only watch comics, you play games too.
I mean, especially with some of the great comic games that have come out, like the Batman Arkham series, the Injustice series, the Spider-Man series, which is great, the Spider-Man PS4 games, which are really good.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you ever checked those out.
We've done Injustice a lot. I haven't done the Spider-Man.
Oh, man, that stuff is great.
I'm a huge fan of the Injustice. That's probably my favorite fighting game next to Smash.
Yeah, I mean, it's like...
Never could get into Mortal Kombat. Never could.
It's funny because they're literally the same game.
I actually did play. I did play Raiden. I actually bought the Raiden DLC for it.
I actually got the Legendary Edition on PC for like $7, so... It was cheaper than buying the season pass on PS4. So
hey, if it goes on sale, I'm gonna demolish you as Dr. Fate.
The Joker will return. I remember I had a flashback of us raging so hard when we were playing. We'd get so mad.
We played it. Yeah, we played it, but there was somebody else who joined us, and they played it for a little bit. Who was that? Do you remember or not?
I have no idea.
For the life of me, I can't remember. Oh, well.
Yeah.
But you and I have had so many great matches, so many close matches too.
Oh yeah, it's great. What do you think about the last Smash fighter?
Shoot, what's that?
Sora.
The Kingdom of Hearts thing.
Yeah.
I wish there was more DLC.
Yeah, I'm still happy with what we got. I mean, there's 86 characters in the game. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, if I could have handpicked them personally, it would have looked a lot different than what we got. But you know, I still appreciate what we got.
Not as many Fire Emblem people.
I mean, Byleth, I didn't really hate, but like more just like.
I said Byleth kind of broken.
Yeah, she
Okay,
is.
Yeah. I don't remember all the names. I just know one of them is just like. You pick up and you just instantly demolish.
But like Sephiroth and like Kayuza or whatever, I'm like Min Min.
Oh yeah.
Just would and Hero just would not have been my choices. Like I was more like Doomslayer, Master Chief, and you know, I don't know, characters like that. But you know,
yeah,
not everyone gets what they want. I still appreciate the hard work that they poured into the game. And we've played so many hours of Smash. I mean, it's not even funny.
Oh my god, it's countless.
And we're gonna play more when I come home too, with Joey and them. The GameCube controllers are packed. Don't worry.
GameCube controllers are packed.
Of course.
Yeah.
But
Oh man.
how's Costco?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to let you go.
That's cool. The show's ending in like 5 minutes anyway. But thanks for coming on, and I'll see you soon this week. All right. Peace.
Hang on.
All right. Well, I don't know what he was saying, but it's all right. Where's Ed? Thank you, Ed. Well, I think that's honestly probably a good note to end it on, because we talked about a lot of cool stuff. Happy to see him come on, but yeah, I will see you guys after break, and hopefully, well, I'd hope David feels better by then, but if not, I'll be here, and I'm sure he'll be here too. But all right. Peace out. We got some more gaming music coming up. I didn't do the news, but that's fine. All right. Peace out, WXSU.